All right, that was a quick 2 minutes.
Okay. Start the show, and Martin will join when he can.
Yeah. He went to the Mets game today. I don't know. Maybe he got held up.
That game's been over for a while.
I have no idea. I feel like baseball games last like 7 hours, so I never know.
Dude, they actually are an hour longer than they were when we were kids.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally an hour long. It's fucking insane.
Yeah, no, I looked up the average times, and it's like close to 4 hours now. It's stupid.
Well, they say basically the difference is they're about like 10 seconds more between pitches.
Mm-hmm.
So every pitch basically just takes 10 seconds longer. And you add that up over the course of a game, it's like an hour.
Well, then there's like 5 pitchers a game now. There was 2 when we were growing up.
But I know they say all those things, like they have all these pitchers and everything else. All those things are like, they make it a little bit longer. The major factor is just time between pitches. The average pitch just takes longer than it used to take. And because there's like 150 pitches per team. Mm-hmm. You just add that up, multiply that by like 10 seconds or 8 seconds a pitch, and you get an extra like 48 minutes for the game.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's really insane. That's the number. That's what they were talking about, like making it like a shot clock, basically.
It should be. I mean, I remember when we went to the game with Brian, we would have like an entire conversation between pitches. It was absolutely insane.
It is. I mean, the two things. You're a batter. You get in the box. There's no timeouts. You're up. You're up. Stop fucking stepping away from the plate. You get no timeouts. And if you're a pitcher, you have 15 seconds to throw the ball. That's it. Like you can't like just stand around. Just throw the fucking ball.
Yeah.
I feel like that would make a huge difference. The game would just be better. Because it really it used to be like 2.5. Like a game would start at 7:00, be over by 10. Totally fine. Now the games are over at 11. I can't fucking deal with it. Okay, Jay, you want to do the show?
Yeah, Andrew's trolling Anthony. He just said, "Oh, you just joined. You missed the us announced the Cade Cunningham trade." All right.
What would you give up to get Cade Cunningham right
now? The whole roster. Here's 14 guys. Give.
I'm so curious to see what happens the Knicks. When the free agency starts, like in a couple days, right?
Yeah, it's 6th.
But doesn't everything break early? Like, doesn't all the news every year the free agency, they're like the free agency's gonna start this date, and everyone's signed by the day free agency starts.
Well, yeah, they can agree to terms, they just can't officially sign. So that's how you did the Westbrook thing. It's not official; it'll be official on the 6th, but you can agree to the terms. Okay. Anyway, here we go. What are we? 3, 6. Okay. Here we go.
Hello, baby. Hello, nasty. Hello there. Hello. I say hello. Hello, friend. Well, hello, little girl. Hello, my treacherous friends. Hello, operator. The beginning of everything. Welcome back, my friends. It's showtime.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Brink of Sanity, episode 369. I am Jay. How you doing, Mark?
Good. Jay.
Yeah.
Do you want to take a mental health break?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because now it's totally cool. We can all take mental health breaks.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, wait. Sorry, Jay. Are you the #1 rated podcast in the world? If you're not the top of your game, you can't do it.
I think we slipped to like 3 or 4.
Oh, okay. Then it's not for you.
So what, Joe Rogan?
No, I just noticed there's the major athletes who have taken mental health breaks. And I think anyone concentrating on their mental health, I'm going to take an unpopular opinion on this, a whole thing. But anyone who wants to take a mental health break, totally fine. It just seems like the mental health, like there was that star tennis player. There's now Simone Biles, the Olympian.
Mm-hmm.
And these are decorated, top of their game. And anyone, it's free world, free will. They're allowed to do what they want. But it just seems like the mental health breaks now are reserved for the really rich and or just rich and like elite. You never hear like, it was pretty tough supporting, like I'm a single parent supporting my family on the Walmart salary. I'm going to take a mental health break, take a few months off.
I mean, we can do that. We'll just be homeless.
Yeah, it's just, I understand these athletes are in this very stressful situation. It seems like their lives, what they're stressing them, like, it's not quite as stressful as living in the real world. And it's totally fine. It's everyone's just going like, wow, Simone Biles is such a hero. Why don't you go to the Olympics? Just do the fucking like. If you don't want to do the Olympics, just don't go.
Well, I think what happened is she was on bipolar medication, and it's a banned substance there, and so she tried to do it without, and realized I can't. So
Okay.
like,
Well, I'm an asshole then. I didn't know she was on bipolar
yeah, you're a
medication.
terrible
And then
person, and
why would the Olympics ban bipolar medication? What the fuck's wrong with
I
that?
don't know. They basically ban everything that's like not baby Tylenol. Like, you can't have anything in your system. So
I know they had that thing where like that one athlete was qualified for weed, which also made no sense. Because at least at least let me performance enhancing.
yeah, I mean, yeah, I would argue that your performance is definitely not enhanced. I mean, I had trouble like getting off the couch when I was doing that. So I think you should actually get an extra award if you're able to.
Yeah, you get an extra goal for like running the 100 meters on weed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like unless it's like an eating contest, I don't think weed really helps.
It's same with like alcohol. It's like Babe Ruth was getting all those home runs like drunk. Like he was like beyond like the best player ever. Like,
I just found the whole like I didn't realize it was the bipolar medication. That's ridiculous that she wasn't given that. It's just weird how like that tennis player they were like, you got to answer some questions like from the press, and she's like, she's not gonna play tennis anymore. And you're like, that's it. You just don't want to play tennis because you have to answer questions from the press. Yeah, I just don't want to do that.
I mean, in all honesty, I feel that way when I'm watching those interviews. Like they made
No,
that whole big deal about Rachel Nichols and like her not doing the sideline reporting. Have you ever watched one of those coach interviews and be like, I learned so much. That was so great.
I find the interviews they do of athletes to be the worst shit. It's like nothing ever comes out of it. Just the athlete like thanks God, his family, just says a couple things. Nothing interesting ever comes out of the interview.
Well, that's because all the questions like, how does it feel to win, or how do you feel when you lose? And
Yeah. What were you thinking when you missed that last shot? I was thinking that kind of sucks. Why are you asking this dumb? What were you thinking when you asked that dumb of a question?
I just wanted to see one athlete be like, yeah, that fucking sucks.
I totally understand. Like they were like because there was also who was the Seahawks running back who didn't want to answer questions.
I don't know.
He said he was whatever. Like because he said he's an introvert or like he gets like he gets nervous. Whatever it is, it's all part of. If you're going to be an entertainer, playing sports it's entertainment. If you want to do that for a living, you have to do the shit that goes with it. Like we all have jobs. We all have to do the shit that goes with our jobs.
No, I get it. I just
yeah.
I think they make too big of a deal out of it, especially at the coach interviews. Like, you're losing. What do you need to do? It's like, you need to score more points than the other team. Like, every interview is like that. And it's like, I don't know. It's such a waste of
the interviews
time.
suck. I agree with you. I like my point really is that this is what the Tennis Federation or the NFL or NBA thinks is important. Then you got to just go along with it, even though I don't personally find this stuff interesting, but other people may find it interesting.
I don't know how, but okay. FUT coach said Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn Lynch, yes. He was like, I don't want to answer questions. It's like, I don't know, man. You're not fighting a war. You're not doing anything noble to save society. You're playing football. It's entertainment. You want to do that. You have to go do stuff with that goes along with it.
I mean, yeah, no, it's true. I mean, it would be funny if I was at work and I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to run that report. And I just stare at my boss like, next, next assignment, please.
Could you explain the report you sent to me? I just want to hear like I don't like to talk to people, so you have to just read the report. But I just want to hear a summary from you. I actually can't even go to meetings because I don't like being in meetings. So I'm just here's the report. You read my stuff and you have to just pretend I'm in the meeting.
You know what? Make your own assessment based on the numbers in the report.
Yeah, that's all I can do. I can't talk to people. I get people have anxiety, have issues. It's just like, to a certain extent, and again, to go back to Biles, if there's bipolar issues, that's a whole other thing. But
any other terrible stances you want to take?
Really, I guess I really should have read more about that. And I know the tennis player had some issues also, and it's depression, I guess. I don't know. It's just when they complain about stuff. If they were like, oh, the at least like if your issue really is you're getting questions from the media, that's your big issue. Like just fucking answer the question. Just say anything. Who gives a shit? Make it interesting and just start cursing.
I think everyone should just do what Greg Popovich does and just like kind of troll the questioners.
Yeah, at least that's interesting. It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so tune in next week when I rip another athlete without realizing that something horrible about that athlete also that happened to them. I know she also had a pretty tough life. I just thought it was weird that she showed up to the Olympics and didn't do the Olympics, but not having medication also makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
I also find the Olympics kind of, so apparently like Japan is going to lose like $40 billion in the Olympics or $30 billion in the Olympics. So it's some crazy amount of money.
Mm-hmm.
And every 4 years, basically every host city apparently loses tons of money in the Olympics. I don't know how it keeps going on.
Yeah, I was thinking that, like, it drives all those people there and it might be a moneymaker, but it seems like it's more just like bragging rights, I guess, that they did it. But like, yeah, it seems to like decimate every city it goes to.
Yeah, every city, and this also because they don't have fans in the stands and the TV ratings, because it's the time lag, the ratings just aren't as good in the U.S. So you can't sell the commercials for as much. The two biggest places where they make money are basically the U.S. audience for commercials and people going to attending the events. Not having both of those make it just a complete nightmare and also all the extra costs that come with COVID.
Yeah, yeah,
They're losing a huge amount of money apparently on this.
yeah.
But anyway, whatever. What else is going on with you, Jay? Jay is now. So for those who don't know, Jay now has a new apartment that he's happy with living in.
Mm-hmm.
He has a new job that he just started that he's happy about.
Mm-hmm.
Jay is actually a happy person.
The black
horrified,
cloud
Jay.
is officially away from my life. So
Jay slayed the black cloud.
I did, and the black mold. It's gone.
And the black mold. Congratulations, Jay. How has your anxiety been? I know you've struggled with anxiety. Has it been better
It's been better. I mean, I thought getting a new job was going to just destroy my anxiety, and I've been been a little anxious, but like no anxiety attacks, not even close. It's been like very normal, like first day jitters or whatever. But yeah, it's just I guess the environment was just killing me.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm happy.
I guess Jay has nothing to bitch about, so the show there goes like half the content. Thanks, asshole.
I'm not taking any more tests, so I don't know what we're gonna do.
Yeah. Actually, so I want to do a little bit of politics with you. Is that okay?
Politics?
Politics.
We're really gonna go right there already?
No, don't worry. So I know. Have you been following politics lately, Jay?
No.
Okay, good. They're negotiating some big infrastructure bill, and I just noticed. I just have some advice for the Biden administration, and I wanted to see. I was going to tell you the advice, and maybe you can. I know you ran for president before, so I think maybe you could pass this advice on to the Democrats.
Okay.
So I've noticed that the Democrats will say something, and the Republicans will respond with like something like, "Oh, they're trying to do this horrible thing," like these QAnon responses of like the worst possible fears of like Biden will say, "I want to give everyone health care," and the response will be, "He's trying to kidnap your children." So I think going forward, Biden should only propose things that are actually the Republicans' worst fears. Like, for instance, I know gay marriage is now legal everywhere, but if it was the gay marriage debate, my proposal would have been, I'm going to propose a law that all Republican men must gay marry. And and they really push this law and then be like, okay, fine, we'll settle just the gays are allowed to marry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go to the extreme and then pull it back a little.
Yeah, exactly. We'll be like the healthcare thing. We'll be like, we'll start off by saying we think all children should be sex slaves, and the Republicans are like, so you're really going to do this? You're really going to do it? Fine, we'll settle with just giving kids health care. Fine, if you could back off just with the healthcare thing, that's a nice happy medium for us.
Not a bit. I mean, it's like a strategy used on little kids, but maybe it'll work.
Right. So I'm thinking also like, hey, we're gonna make in the South, all men have to become women. We think it's best for society if men are become trans women. Mm-hmm. And he'd be like, no, we don't want to do this. How about they just get to use your bathrooms? Fine, they can use our bathrooms. Whatever, as long as I don't become them.
I like it.
So are you gonna run on this for your next?
I
Next
mean,
presidency, next campaign.
it's a good strategy to use. I don't know if you could like announce you're doing that. I feel like that kind of would defeat the whole strategy of it.
We are going to start aborting adults. You're going to abort adults? Fine, we'll just settle for aborting the fetuses.
You can go up the term up to 20 years old.
Yes. We are going to have you can do the 37th trimester.
Our email is thebrinkofsanity@gmail.com. Lorenzo writes, "Hey guys, every year at this time, Australian supermarkets are stocked up with American chocolate bars and candy, but I don't know what is what. Here's what my wife bought me this year, if you can care to rank them."
Okay.
I like this. Butterfinger, Junior Mint, whatchamacallit, Baby Ruth, Payday, Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, Reese's Nutrageous.
Okay.
Have you had all of those?
I've not had Reese's Nutrageous.
That's the only one I have not had too.
I think I've tried everything else because I've been an American child. I was an American child for many years, so I've had everything. When's the last time you've had any of these things, Jay? When's the last time you ate a candy bar?
I mean, my girlfriend came home with those little, not even fun size, the ones that are like a dot.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe
she
the
came
fun
home with a
size.
bag of those, so I popped a couple of those, but like,
I'd say my kids go out for Halloween. I've had some of the fun size ones. When's the last time you had you went to the store and you bought like a full Twix or a full Snickers bar?
actually last week I bought one because because I went into
Jay's like I had 12 today.
well no because of when I went to Japan they had all those flavored Kit Kats. I got like 50 different flavors, and so I went into Rite Aid and they had a flavor I've never seen before.
Oh, what flavor?
Key lime pie. So I thought
What was that?
It was good. I thought it was interesting. So yeah, I did buy a candy bar last week, but it was because it was key lime pie Kit Kat.
Okay. I was just thinking, generally speaking, I rarely buy candy. I think candy has to be marketed to the kids because how many adults? And I guess our site is pretty fat, so maybe I'm completely wrong. But how many people are buying these candy bars? But I guess
no,
I guess a lot of people are actually.
Yeah, no, we had at my last job we had a little convenience thing in the lobby, and people were always buying candy bars there.
Oh, because I can see the fun size. You're oh well, it's a small. I'll just have a little bit, but I didn't think people were. But then again, I also in my mind I don't know how soda still exists. I think soda's basically like poison. I don't know how anyone still drinks it. Yet it's a multi-billion-dollar industry still.
Yeah, I don't know. I will say that the full size candy bars are half the size they used to be from when we were kids. So it's not like you're gorging yourself on a candy bar now. They're a lot smaller.
No, they're healthy. I would go. I like and I do like the sign. It's almost I do like their roll in Seidenfeld also, but the Junior Mints I'm a big fan of.
Okay, Junior Mints. I would put definitely Butterfingers last.
You don't like the Simpsons?
I just hate Butterfinger. I think it's disgusting.
Disgusting?
Yeah. Also,
Name them,
it's the texture too. It's it just fills in every crevice of your teeth and
I wasn't a huge fan. I also felt like Butterfinger. I also felt sometimes with those same things. I'm I could also just have a peanut butter sandwich. It's not that much. It's not it's peanut butter I associate with lunch. So having it for dessert. I don't know. It didn't make me think this is an amazing candy bar.
I don't think it tastes like peanut butter at all. I think it's just not good. Anyway,
which other ones did he name? Payday? What else was on there?
Payday I would put second to last. I think
Payday's
too many peanuts in there. Too many peanuts. I would put Nutrageous in fifth because I've never had it, so I can't really judge more.
I was wondering how you were judging one that you.
So then we have Junior Mints, whatchamacallit, Baby Ruth, and Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. I would put Baby Ruth at the top.
Baby Ruth, I would put. Yeah, Baby Ruth is pretty good. Do you know who Baby Ruth is named after, Jay?
Is it Babe Ruth?
It is not Babe Ruth.
Is it Ruth Bader Ginsburg?
It is not Ruth.
Is it Dr. Ruth?
I think it's Grover Cleveland's child.
Okay, that was my next guess.
I believe it was. I believe his child's name was Ruth, and that's where they got it from.
Okay.
I could be also making. I'm not going to fact check myself, so I don't know. It's definitely not Babe Ruth though.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I guess Baby Ruth, Junior Mints, whatchamacallit, peanut butter cups.
Sure. Um, Michael Che apparently got shit for making fun of Simone Biles also.
Maybe he didn't know about the medication too. Anyway,
Uh,
yeah, that's our. I mean, it was an okay selection. I mean, if you're just randomly picking, you could have done a lot worse.
yeah.
Twix is still my favorite.
Twix is I like Twix a lot. I'd say my Mount Rushmore of candy bars would be Twix, Kit Kat, Snickers, and I maybe Junior Mints. I like Junior Mints.
Okay. Yeah, I would have Twix and Kit Kat, and I would say
Peppermint Patty actually I take over Junior Mints.
okay. Oh
Like a
yeah, that's
brilliant.
that's the like the one huge one, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah, yeah.
just bigger.
Well,
I need more.
there's a lot more mint flavor in that. I would put in the top. I would also put Milky Way. I like Milky Way Midnight a lot too. Maybe I'll just put both of those.
I've not differentiated different. I've not tried that Milky Way.
All right.
Okay.
There's our candy bar talk.
Tune in next week when the show gets even more boring.
Let's just start a new podcast, Candy Talk, and each week we'll buy a candy bar and we'll do a whole episode on our reaction to it. We could do.
Can we call this episode "Waiting for Martin"? Waiting for Martin for the topics.
We'll call this the first half hour clearly stalling.
Stalling for Martin.
He's not coming.
What would Martin be saying on the show if he was on, Jay?
He would be talking about the trials and frustrations of working in the office when you could clearly do your job remotely.
Okay, so let me pretend to be Martin. Hey, Jay, I'm Martin. How are you? We've been good friends for a long time. How are you?
I don't think he would explain our relationship when he said hi. But
You know, I don't see why I need to work in an office. I can do my job remotely. I'm a surgeon.
The funny thing is, I have to go into the office now.
Yeah.
That's not the funny part, but
COVID's like, that's the funny part, Jay. I'm Delta, and you're coming into the office. Ha ha ha.
all the meetings are still remote.
All the meetings are remote.
Yeah, even like the people I can see, we're still doing video calls
Oh.
because it's not safe enough to go into conference rooms.
Oh, so you guys are doing remote, like you could see someone from across the room, but you guys don't think it's safe enough to actually be in the conference room.
Right. So I have to get up an hour and a half early, take the train in, sit in an office, and then just do a video meeting. So,
That seems kind of. I mean, I don't. If you don't think it's safe enough to have everyone do a meeting in a conference room, then just don't have everyone come in.
well, the problem is most companies, and I interviewed for a lot of places. Most of them are back in the office, and it's because there's one or two people really high up who are like really old and old school and don't understand technology and don't think you can work in a remote capacity. And so they're forcing like the entire company to come in when it's like it's antiquated now. But that's just the way it seems to be. There's always one because people working into like their 70s now, and so like you got these 70-year-olds.
Jay, I am old school boss. I don't understand this idea of working remotely. Jobs can't get done remotely. Please explain.
Aren't you zooming me right now?
I'm on your lap, Jay. We're doing this together. Now tell me, Jay, how can you do something remote? Your job involves using the internet, Jay. How are you going to use the internet at home?
I do have one of those rare black areas for internet. Yeah, it's just a complete dark spot. I live in it. I live in the woods. I don't have internet access.
Jay, we involve computers. Do you have a computer at home? Do we pay you so much that you can afford a computer?
It's insane, right? Like, how can you expect me to do this stuff. Yeah.
Jay, I'd understand, Jay, if you could see people you're talking to, but we don't have TV phones. So you just call people. You don't know what people look like when they're having a conversation. And if you can't see their eyeballs when you're talking to them, then it's not a real conversation.
It's like the argument's like you can't trust people when they're working from home, but like, are you just staring at me the whole time I'm in the office? Like that
Jay,
would be creepy.
everyone working from home is a goddamn liar. I know for the last year and a half, everyone in our company has been doing nothing at home.
Nobody worked.
That explains our record profits.
Right, exactly.
Money has been just flowing everywhere, which is amazing because everyone spends all day watching Netflix and doing their laundry and just not doing their work. There must be there's a magic work fairy that's been taking care of everything, but that magic work fairy is done with helping out remote employees.
Does the magic work fairy stay in the office?
The magic work fairy is now had COVID 7 times.
Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense.
I just don't see how. Listen, I've been alive for 112 years. In the first 111 years of my life, we had to be in an office. Why are things different now, Jay?
Things should just never change, right? Like ever.
Exactly. You might be management material.
Is this why on my first day I had a quill and an ink blot?
Yes. You need to write everything. We've advanced. We were up to this point. We were carving things in stone, but we've discovered ink now, and ink will set us free.
I also noticed, like my last job, I had a calculator, but you gave me this giant abacus.
Yes. But first, you need to learn to count without the abacus. The abacus will be more valuable if you understand math before you use it.
Oh, okay, so it's like a check.
I didn't hear what you said, but sure.
I guess
Jay,
yeah.
why would you think you need to work from home like a lazy American? We don't want lazy Americans in this job. By the way, what country are you from?
America.
God damn it! I hired another lazy American.
No, I want to thank you for keeping the office open because I love spending my Sunday afternoons ironing uncomfortable work clothes that I have to spend all day in. It's also really comfortable wearing these long sleeve shirts with a t-shirt under it on the 100-degree mass transportation that I have to take for an hour to get there. So I want to thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Mm-hmm.
I like the pats in the back. You're welcome.
Yeah.
I bet before this, every day you were probably in your pajamas all day long and just feeling like you were subhuman. Now you get to ride on a train in an outfit, a costume, and come to an office and sit somewhere for 8 hours, then go home. You must feel alive.
I mean, I was just telling my friend that I don't function 100% productivity unless I get up 90 minutes earlier than normal and then take a smelly public transportation for an hour wearing uncomfortable clothes and then sit in an uncomfortable chair in those uncomfortable clothes for at least 8 hours. I don't function to my best capabilities.
Okay. So I'm glad. A good thing that you're doing those things so you can function.
Mm-hmm.
And I bet at work throughout the day now, when you're sitting in your uncomfortable chair, in your long sleeve shirt, sweating a little bit, and just thinking, this is living. Life is good.
You know what makes it even better?
What?
Everyone in your office is so friendly that they love handshakes.
We love handshakes. Listen. When this COVID thing is over, we're gonna go back to French kissing.
They love handshakes more than they love COVID.
It's weird that we won't have everyone come into a conference room to all be together, but we'll touch each other's hands all day long.
All day. I'm like, you're all very nice. Do I have to shake everybody's hand in the office? Okay.
Jay, is it okay if I lick your hand?
You might as well at this point. I mean,
Is Is it weird as a society we went right back to is it weird that we went right back to shaking hands and like giving hugs and everything else?
I was really hoping that we would either do the Japanese bow or the Thai, like, two hand thing. Like, I don't like handshakes. I didn't like them before COVID because I know a lot of people don't wash their hands after they go to the bathroom and then they want to shake hands. I don't like that. I don't see
We
why
should
we
start a rumor that COVID, the Delta variant, is spread by stupid hand gestures. Super stupid formalities. Actually, that's how they spread them.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's also weird now because like you see someone and like they want to shake you're like, do I shake their hand? Do I not shake their hand? Am I being rude by shaking their hand? Am I being rude by offering my hand? I don't know what I'm supposed to do anymore.
I never offer the hand, but everyone is like back to it. So even if I don't, like, usually they stick their hand out. And like, we don't need
People
to.
are also back to like hug, like kiss hellos, which I find like I never like those.
No.
Bowing is such a better idea.
It is.
That's some respect.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I don't need to touch anybody.
You know what's
Just
even better?
Hmm?
Instead of how about when you say hello to someone, you do it with a Hallmark like hello card.
Those
Just
are up
have
for
like a pile of Hallmark cards you just hand out to people.
Oof, I need a raise. Have you gotten a card lately? They're like $7-8 each now.
They're really expensive for that.
They're like ridiculously expensive. Like,
And they're just as bad as ever. I don't know who's writing these Hallmark cards. I've never been like, gotta get this card. What a brilliant card.
it's not like they got nicer or they're not worded better. They're just like, you know what? We're gonna triple the price and that's it.
So we just had our anniversary, my wife and I, and so we do exchange cards. Even though she didn't give me a card this year, so but I got her a card. And all I look for is something that's just whatever, some stupid card where with a lot of space where I can write something. Because I feel like if you give a card, you don't really write something on there. Then why'd you give the card anyway?
Yeah. I like to find one with a lot of wording so that I can fill up the rest of it, but still not write a lot. That's
well, I usually do like comedic cards where I write basically, well, whatever. But anyway, I try to make it funny, not like oh my god, I've loved you since the dawn of time. It's more like a funny card.
I don't even know if you're telling the truth because I didn't see you post that on Facebook for everybody else to see. So
that's true.
Did it even happen? I don't know.
So generally, what I do, what I've been doing for is that I will write card. I'll have a card, but I'll write the card from like my kid's point of view, but it'll be like a comedic thing. What the kids will be saying to her. I usually make her laugh. Oh, we got something.
I think we got something. I don't know what it is yet, but if it's, I don't know.
Jay, this is old school boss again, and I think this show has been suffering by not being remotely. You guys need to get together and like sit in each other's laps while you do the show in person and breathe COVID on each other. The show does not do as well. Jay, how long have you been doing this remote thing with the show, Jay?
And you know what? I'm banning tissues from the office, so we'll just sneeze into the air. And
are there no tissues in your office?
There aren't.
What the fuck?
If there are, I haven't found any. I'm bringing in my own tomorrow.
Jay, by the way, Jay's very happy with his job. So this is.
I am. It's just,
That's a funny thing not to have is tissues. They're like, listen, there are no colds in our office. What do you do? So you're like, what if you have a cold? Do you come in or not come in?
I don't know the protocol yet. I mean, I'm coming in because you don't get a ton of vacation time, and so like, I'm not.
But like, if you just have like a cold that you would normally work through.
Yeah.
You're sneezing, runny nose, but like in real world, you're not like you're a kid. You take a day off of school, but in real world, you're sneezing. You just do your job anyway. But could you be remote that day because you're sneezing? On the other hand, do they really want you in times of COVID, like sneezing the whole day?
I have no idea. I mean, I'm sure that's the other thing. I didn't get sick when I was home, but now that I'm taking the train, I'll probably get sick. So we'll find out.
Like, what are you gonna do if someone's in the office just like sneezing, like just keeps hacking their brains out? And you're like, go the fuck home. I know the policy says I don't have COVID, so I have to be here. I mean, fuck out of here.
I will say it's pretty spaced out, and I have a pretty good spot. Like I am pretty separated from most people.
Wow.
So
Jay, your black cloud is just like You're crushing your black cloud.
I know. I think I gave it to you.
Hey, Jay, this is your black cloud. I miss you so much, Jay. We had such good times together.
Well,
Remember that time I infected your apartment and you just breathed me in, my black mold? Remember that time I made it so you the first 42 years of your life weren't so good?
how can I forget? We shared a lot of moments together.
What else is going on, Jay?
So that was, yeah, that's the big news, really. I
You really didn't bring much to the show because you expected Martin to be on.
yeah, I got a little overexcited and I bought myself a TV before I even got my first paycheck.
Whoa. What kind of TV do you get?
I got a 65-inch LG OLED.
Sounds pretty cool.
4K smart TV. Like, yeah, I just went like all out.
Someone's
on the TV.
someone's living it up.
I figured if I was, well, my last TV I had for 14 years, so I figured like I'm gonna have it for a while, so I might as well.
Did I tell you about the text I got the other day? I don't know if I told you about this because I think I was going to tell you on the show.
No, I don't think so.
I got this text from a number I didn't recognize. It says, "Hey, are you Roger? I'm Mandy. We texted on Hinge before before when I went to chill with my cousin, but we never met for dinner. I'm back in the area for now. If you still want to meet up if you still want to for sure meet up while I'm here, are you free?" Jay, if you got this text, what would you do?
I would totally go along with it for as long as possible.
Would you?
Yeah.
So what would your response be?
I would probably try and get pics.
Okay, so I responded, "Not Roger, sorry." That's my response.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about that, but I was like, maybe like, I don't really need to fuck with anyone. Whenever I think it was like a Saturday night, I didn't really care about it.
Mm-hmm.
The response was, "Oh my God, this is awful. LMAO. I accept he passed me wrong number. I want to believe he typed it wrong. I don't even know what equal sign and P. What's that even mean? Is that whatever? Anyway, you know my name. How I look. What's yours?"
How I look?
I don't know that's what it says.
You did get a picture?
I didn't get a picture.
Oh.
What would you respond?
Yeah, I would go with it. I would.
So I was just like, I don't know what this is. This sounds like a scam. And I just blocked the number and didn't do anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I sent it to some other friends, and someone found it on Twitter. Apparently, lots of people got this message.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a big, basically, if you keep going with it, it's just trying to get you to like go to an adult porn site, adult like a adult friend, some kind of adult chat room site.
All roads lead to porn.
Yeah, but it was funny because apparently, like, if you look on Twitter, I did a search. You can find lots of people talking about the exact same message.
I mean, that shit's been going on since like AOL days, where somebody random will message you and be like, "Oh, I thought you were so and so," and then go to this chat room, and it's like,
yeah, that's true. It was just funny. I was like, wait, the same exact message? God damn it!
Yeah,
everyone.
You wouldn't have gotten any laughs out of it anyway. If you tried to string it along, you would have got a link to a site like shortly.
So apparently online you can find people who like went a little further. And basically the next thing is they sent a picture. And then they I was like 2 steps away from the come find more of my pictures on here. On this
I got a random email like, I don't know, 15 years ago from like some Russian woman, and she just kept sending pictures, and like I never got like a link to like an adult site. She's just like, here's more, here's more, and here's more, and like I was like, okay, thanks, and then she'd send like 5 more. I'd be like, cool, and then she'd send like 5 more. It went on for like months.
How did you get this?
It was I forget whether it was either AOL or like Friendster or something, and like they just found me randomly, and like maybe that person really was trying to like come over to the United States and look for a husband. I don't know, but like there's dozens and dozens of pictures, and it went on for like weeks and weeks.
Yeah, that's kind of that's funny.
Zapategos wants to know if the TV's too big. No, I think it's perfect, but I also think it's like I'm the perfect distance.
Yeah.
I think if I got the 75, it would have been too big, and then I might have got headache issues. So,
So we got a 65-inch also.
mhm.
We got it like a year ago or a year and a. It was actually right. It was right before COVID, actually. So it was a little before that. I guess it's almost 2 years ago now. But anyway, I feel like I should have gotten 75.
I'm on the fence. You
Well,
never know until it's there, though. It like if your space isn't big enough and you get the bigger one and
yeah,
it's
it gives
too
you a headache.
big, then you're like screwed.
So we have this giant picture on the wall, and it's
Hmm.
on that same wall. And I measured that picture is 75 inches,
Hmm.
or across, whatever.
Hmm.
And I was like, "Are we gonna get a TV the same size as this picture? That'd be crazy." So that's why I got 65.
Hmm.
But now, like, we sit like a decent distance from it. I
Hmm.
think 75 would have worked. I don't know. My uncle in his like living room, his TV area, they got like I think he got like an 85-inch,
Hmm.
and like the distance, it actually looks pretty awesome.
Yeah, you
But
see, like I got scared off because I went over my friend's recently who had a 75, and the room was not big enough for it, and it was just it was like terrible. Like it was too much, and so my room's a little bigger, so I could have done it, but I got scared off because of that.
when I lived in the city, when I first lived in the city with roommates, my roommate had gotten like a like I think it was like a 50-inch, but it was like the room was really small, so it was
Hmm.
hard to look directly at the TV.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, if you don't have
Um,
the right size room, like the really big TVs are just not a good experience.
like the 65 we have now is like it's a nice picture. It's fine, but I could have. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have gone bigger. I'm sure for your space, 65 is probably fine.
It is. I mean, I had a 46, so like
It's
it's
a
a
big upgrade.
it's a
So
huge upgrade. So I'm not going to complain about it.
it
I
is kind of
also
cool. You get that big size, you're like, why do I need to go to the movies?
I've been like that already. I'm definitely like I will never go to the movies again. There's no reason.
Well, I mean, forgetting COVID part of it, but
Well, yeah, no. Even before that, it was like it's like I can't pause it. It's $20. Like there's other people like especially now with cell phones. Like you just get the glare because everyone's looking into their phones all movie. So you get like the peripheral vision.
yeah.
You got light shining in your eyes and like
There's something cool about the movie going to the movies. I would not say I'm completely done with the movies, but it isn't like it's not the thrill it used to be.
also the screens keep getting smaller and the TVs keep getting bigger. So like the size disparity is not like the way it used to be.
Have you heard about the Scarlett Johansson lawsuit against Disney?
Yeah, so apparently her profits were based on revenues and they launched it on Disney Plus and the movies, so it cut into the theater revenues.
Right,
They're
exactly. She
saying
got
that,
like
yeah.
points or whatever on the movie, so like she needed them. She needed the movie to make a lot of money in the movies, and it's not going to people who are watching at home,
It said a post-COVID record.
which is not a lot of money
It's
compared
not
to
a lot of
like
money, no.
compared to pre-COVID.
Hmm.
And I guess they their response and said how like in times of like everyone suffering during COVID and you're asking us suing us over money. And someone tweeted they were like, if your response is talking about how rough things are during times of COVID, you probably breached the contract.
Yeah, I mean, I don't feel bad for either side really. It's like, you know, Disney of course is greedy and like, you know, everyone knows that. They have a long history of that, but on the other hand, it's like you're getting points off of a movie that even though it's probably the lowest grossing Marvel movie, just grossed 350 million. So like she's doing fine. Like,
Well, they said like I guess she's going to get 20 million instead of 50 million, so it's hard to really feel bad
oh
for
my
her.
god, yeah, poor woman.
At
Poor
the
woman.
same time, I guess why should Disney keep the money?
I mean,
Who cares?
if I had to choose, I would definitely rather the money go to her because Disney is turning into like an evil corporation. But
I mean, I choose her mostly because like if she had a contract, like they should honor. Like they really did like clearly violate the contract, and they knew they were doing that. So
yeah, yeah, no, they definitely knew what they were doing. What they're trying to do is get as many subscribers to that service as possible because it's a better business plan. You got recurring revenue every month where you might see
exactly,
one, maybe even if you see 3 Disney movies a year, it's not the same as paying every single month.
it is crazy with all these services now. Like I really wonder, like is Peacock going to survive, or all these other added services are going to survive?
My friend was telling me about all these shows on like Apple TV, and I'm like, I'm sure they're good, but I'm never gonna get another service.
Or no, maybe you do. Maybe you're like, oh, that show's supposed to be really good on Apple TV. I'll pay them $5, watch it in a month, and be done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, like, it's like, are you going to stick with it?
Yeah, probably not. I mean,
Also, Apple TV has like 4 shows. They don't have a lot of content versus like at least Netflix has like $100 billion worth of content. They have like an insane amount of content.
they do. Most of it's bad, but they have a lot.
Most of it's bad. It's weird if we got to the point like back in the day, if you're watching a good show, you'd be like, "Hey, have you seen Lost?" And everyone's like, even if they haven't watched it, everyone knows Lost. Now you're like, "Hey, I watched this show. It was called The Kingdom. It was really good. Never heard of it. It was on this channel. I never heard of that. Okay, I'm probably never gonna watch it."
There's 8 seasons. You like still haven't.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. There's all these shows. I just watched the show Halt and Catch Fire. It was on AMC for a while, and that was on Netflix. Well, I just haven't even heard of it. It's a good show. And there's all these shows now where like your friends like the show's on Apple TV. Oh, I didn't know Apple had TV. Okay.
Yeah, everyone's saying Ted Lasso's good, but
Ted Lasso. Don't get Apple TV for Ted Lasso.
okay.
It is the it's so basically I don't even know how to best describe it. It's not a comedy because there really aren't any jokes. It's not a drama, definitely not a drama. There's not a lot that even happens in the show. It's just like a soccer team. They play a season. This guy comes to coach them. The funny thing is he was an American football coach. Now he coaches soccer, but they don't even really play up that joke. He's just like this really positive guy. And that's the entire thing is that he's just a positive guy. The show is kind of, it's semi-enjoyable on some level, but like people rave about it. And you're like, what the fuck are people raving about? It's just like.
They probably came from Netflix after watching like 8 bad shows in a row. And they're like, oh, this is great.
It's the poster child for how mediocre TV is because everyone's just like, everything sucks right now. Some dude's being positive on TV. There's kind of a plot here. I'm good. Let's just give him all the Academy Awards.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
I think we're running out of time, Jay. What did we learn today?
We learned that offices are back.
I was gonna say we learned we should have planned what to talk about when Martin doesn't show up.
I think we did a good enough job.
Okay.
I don't know. Hopefully the people in the chat enjoyed it. Our numbers didn't go down to 0, so I guess we're entertaining somebody.
Everyone who's still a fan, who's stuck with us, that's awesome. We love you. We keep doing shows because I don't know, we enjoy this.
Yeah.
I enjoy this more than the Brink than the Nick show.
I do too. So we're having some time issues with recording, so our episodes might be closer to 30 minutes going forward.
A little shorter for a little while.
It is what it is. Until we can find a solution, that's what it's going to be. So, thanks for listening, and we'll be back soon.
Bye, bye, love. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. It's all over. Goodbye. It's time to go. This is the end. Say goodbye. You better go away. I'm gonna leave you. It's the end. Goodbye. Goodbye. Just leave me alone. Feels so good to say goodbye. I'm sick and tired and I'm saying goodbye. Goodbye, girl. Goodbye, 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 everybody.
All right.
Cool.
Let me save that. Don't want to lose that. Episode 369.
Sorry, I was just kind of exhausted.
Yeah, no problem. I am going to shut down the room. Thanks for listening, guys. And we'll be back soon. You can check out the YouTube channel, TITOWAJ. I've been uploading a lot of the videos to there. I've been doing some solo video game stuff too. So if you want to check that out. And we'll be back soon.
Maybe the games won't wake Kat as much because we don't talk as much.
True.